Welcome to Swolehammer. Even though we love the frantic action of Warcry and the skirmish gameplay of Kill Team, there's something to be said about fielding a big army. Hence why I started Starting Sigmar. For whoever is new to the channel or series, the mission of these videos are to help new players make a fun and efficient army from a specific faction, rounding out to a 1,000-point list, which is the lowest tier of competitive play. We also want to make it easy to acquire these items and enjoyable to hobby with. The criteria are as follows. We avoid making lists with repeat models. Models need to be easily accessible either from a Games Workshop store or Amazon. I like to support local, but sometimes prices can't be beat online. All models suggested are in plastic, and we only focus on armies with the current edition's battle tomes. We're in the 3rd edition of Age of Sigmar. Some armies still only have their 2nd edition rules, and I don't want to do videos on them until they get their new rules because the videos will go out of date quicker. So join me as we maraud with the beasts of chaos. So why play Beasts of Chaos? If you don't necessarily align with a Chaos God, but still want to sow madness across the mortal realms with an assortment of beastmen at your disposal, then Beasts of Chaos are right up your alley. From more human-esque ungors to giant monsters like Cygors or Chimeras, your lineup for mutilation has variety, and the 3rd edition rules reflect that. Sliding right into toolbox territory, Beasts of Chaos have options for every situation. Retreat shenanigans, anti-magic punishment, ambush mechanics, and rampage rules. The Beastmen are no longer a one-trick pony. And one of the things that got me engaged in Beasts of Chaos was their lore, because it's fascinating in its own right, as people in the mortal realms equate them to cryptids and don't believe in their existence until their villages get torn down by their marauding hooves, which I think is just kind of awesome. Now on to the buy list, and this one is pretty straightforward and flexible, but we're starting with the Beasts of Chaos Vanguard box because it's actually quite good. You get 34 models and a good amount of points for your buck in this box. Next up is the brand new Beast Lord model, who actually does synergize quite well with the Vanguard box, and I enjoy this model a lot. The redone model is fantastic, so I'd like to try to include him in this list. Lastly, in our oddball kind of flex spot, we have a Zangor Shaman. They're very easy to find and actually quite good, so I wanted to include them in the list as well, rounding out to exactly $200 on the dot for 1,000 points of Beasts of Chaos. Now on to the list, and we're going all herd for this one. While other subfactions do have merit, if you're running any number of Gors, Ungors, or Ungor Raiders, getting the D3+3 return slain models at the end of both Battle Shock phases is absolutely nutty value and hard to pass up, as we are running Ungors and Gors from the Vanguard box, Best of Gors, which are a fantastic unit now, that are also from the Vanguard box. Then the Dragon Ogres are kind of there to be our hard-hitting other option in the list. Then back at the top, we have the Beast Lord, who is the general. You can make any of the 3 leaders your general. However, the Beast Lord with the command trait of the Skull Fray Gorehorn, making your Brayherd units have an extra attack when they're nearby your Beast Lord, is absolutely insane. Then we have the Great Bray Shaman from the Vanguard box and the Beasts of Chaos Zangor Shaman that you bought separately. I chose the Zangor Shaman, like I said earlier. This is the flex spot, but the magic in this book is very good, and you want to have more than one cast a turn. However, like I said, if you don't like this, get Gors instead, Ungors instead. Ungor Raiders are 115, so they're the same price as Zangor Shaman if you want some ranged power. There's a lot of flexibility with this list and tons of places to go from here. So that's it! Unfortunately, you're gonna need to find the Herdstone because, like Gloomspite, this faction really depends on its terrain feature. So grab those if you can. They're not easy to find, but that's a problem that we must live with. As always, if you have questions or comments, leave them below. I'm Rafiq with Swolehammer. Stay swole.